Today we're going to talk about 0 to 24 deal schedule. What does it take to get to 24 deals from a brand new agent, maybe even an experienced agent who's just struggling to get off and going? However, before we begin, click the subscription button, click the notification bell below so you'll be notified of any and all of our future video releases. So, 0 to 24 sounds crazy. I can tell you our team does it a lot, right? With the agent partners on our team, we're hitting that. We don't hit it every time, of course not. We have a percentage of them that don't make it because they had unrealistic expectations of what it takes to get in this business, how hard it is. Even joining a team isn't just you show up and you're magically successful. Joining a team obviously has the structure, the right teams anyways, have the right systems, have the right leads for you, have the right accountability and training for you, so on and so forth. So anyways, here's a big thing. Like, I learned this from a good friend of mine and really a mentor to me was Ben Kinney of KW. And Ben kind of has this perfect schedule. And really what that perfect schedule is the night before you go to bed, clear your mind by putting into a notebook what your priorities are for the next day. What are your priorities? Then you're going to go in and rank those priorities. Make the first priority the first priority. So brain dump 3 to 5 priorities for your day tomorrow and then align them 1 through 5 based on the highest priority, right? Assess what you accomplished yesterday and what you didn't accomplish yesterday. That's really it. The next day, you want to go ahead and get everything rolling. Have your rituals put in there. So if you normally are get up at 5 a.m., you want quiet time, meditate, read a book, exercise, drink coffee, whatever your routine is, put that in your calendar. So you'll do that every day and set an alarm, right? Get into a habit, get into a ritual, get into a pattern of life. Once you've kind of documented that, then go in and kind of jump into kind of what your day looks like, right? What's your first priority? So at 8 a.m., if your first priority is to send out lead gen emails, maybe it's to build, it needs to be all lead generation focused for sure, right? So anyways, I'm not gonna give examples of that, but what I am gonna tell you is at the end of the day, you reflect back and say, did I knock out my highest priorities? If I had priorities I didn't finish, then they need to move into my top priorities perhaps the next day. And you gotta leave a little bit of chaos in your afternoon. It's real estate. I love the early morning hours because usually there is nobody bothering me. I get up earlier than most. I have a lot of peace and a lot of time that I can just heads down and focus on things, whether that's shooting videos, whether that's engaging in Facebook Messenger with people, responding to things, interacting, whatever, right? That's my time. As the afternoon goes on, my world gets crazy between agent partners and staff and clients and you name it, right? Are all kind of engaging. All right, so what I want to talk about is what is the ideal schedule then? Well, I mean, if you're a brand new agent, look, here's the reality. You're in a lead generation business. Nothing else matters, in my opinion, period, end of sentence. If you're not out there having lead generation conversations, you pick it. It doesn't matter to me, right? Whatever your arm or your whatever your lane of lead generation is, whatever your lever is, right? Is it open houses? Is it your database? I hope it's one of those, because we talked about in another video, 250 should be in your database coming in, right? Are you making those calls? Are you, do you have a 56 touch or a 36 touch plan, right? Going out to those folks. That's all lead generation. I mean, honestly, when you first start, this is obviously for a newer agent, you should be doing 8 to 10 hours of lead generation. Nothing else should matter, right? Zero else should matter. You can figure out some of the things on the system side and some of the processes with help from EXP and your brokerages, whatever that may be. Once you get something, like you get a client, right? I'm just telling you, lead generation, we get too much into this business of, I need to know everything before I actually get a client. Well, by the time you figure that stuff out, you're 90 to 120 days in of learning, and then you're gonna start lead generating. We know we're in a 90-day cycle. This business is a 90-day cycle. What you lead generate today will close theoretically 90 days out. So if you wait 4 months to learn everything you want to know because you want to feel better about it and you want to feel more confident, cool. But you better plan on 7 to 8 to 9 months before you get that first deal closed. That's how it's going to roll. By then, most people are out of money and they're out of business. lead generation. So that's really it for us. It's as simple as that. Now, if I'm maybe a more experienced agent coming in that's used to 9 to 12 deals and I want to bump to 24, then what we're going to really do is go all in and niche a strategy. So what is it that you'd like to do? Don't do things you don't like to do. If you don't like to door knock, don't go door knock. I'm just telling you, right? Do the things you enjoy doing. If it's networking, then let's put a plan together so that all your time is based on lead generating around networking, okay? Running parties, hosting events, bringing the community together, right? Those type of things. That's really it, right? It's put your lead generation together. Now, what's going to look different from a more experienced agent is you probably have some activities that's going on. You have some buyer appointments, some listing appointments, you have some things under contract. Make those things for the afternoon so you can deal with it. Get your lead generation done when it's quiet in the morning, and then obviously book in any of your appointments that you already have. For example, I've got a doctor appointment, I can't really change that. Cool, build that into your schedule. The point here is you've got to lead generate, no matter who you are, experienced agent or new agent. An experienced agent needs to carve out time in the afternoon so that they can push their appointments there. But here's what an experienced agent does. Oh my gosh, it's 10 a.m., I'm lead generating, there's a crisis, my seller's calling me, the builder's calling me, the lender's calling me. Cool, don't answer the phone. Answer it after your time block of lead generation, right? There's nothing typically, there's a very small percentage that might require the phone to be picked up, but typically it's somebody who's panicking a little bit and it's not detrimental to the deal within minutes of responding back. Yeah, cool, they called you 7 times and they're getting angry. I'm still okay with that, right? I've set the expectation, because that's what I do on the front end with my clients, that says, hey, please text me and I will respond. Because the thing is, if they text me, I know what the information is. I know why they're asking me. But if they call and I just pick up the phone and they're like, oh, hey, just wanted to see if you're going to be out here to take the lockbox off the door. Right? Why'd you call me 5 times to ask me that, right? I'd rather you've just texted me so I could have ignored that, right? So point being is we got to really focus on streamlining our and really paying attention to our structure. What does that look like? How do we maintain the integrity of our calendar? That's the other thing. Sometimes people overschedule on their calendar. Like every hour is booked out with something, and then they get frustrated. I can't keep a calendar. I've got it down to 12 hours a day. Everything's booked. Well, that's great, but you're never going to keep that. The busier you get, the less you're going to be able to have flexibility with your calendar. So book your mornings. I would even encourage you to book times for your email, because email, Facebook, social media, all of those things take us away from being productive. How many times have you been like, I'm lead generating, and then you're like, oh, I just saw a message pop up on my on my messenger, and you get distracted, and then you got to come back, right? Turn all that stuff off. Nothing else matters. In fact, on my computer right now, I can see in the bottom right corner there's these messages popping up. I'm on Justin's computer. It's his. I really want to look at it, to be honest with you, because it's his messenger. So I'd love to go in and put some fake responses in there. However, I'm not going to. So point being is like, right, are you focused? If you don't want to work 10, 12, 14-hour days, maximize the priorities and focus on those things. So there's no world revelation to this perfect schedule, in my opinion. It's, are you disciplined? Do you have the right priorities in place? And are you lead generating as some aspect of it every single day? All right, give me some comments down below. Let me know what you think on that and what your input is. If you have a perfect schedule, let me know. If you think you disagree with me that lead generation shouldn't be part of your schedule, well, let me know. Anyways, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos. Thanks.